What's up, friends? Welcome to the vlog. I've had a long day already and it's only 10 a.m. I trained clients, I washed my hair. I mean, look at this. And now I have to work out and I'm really sad because I don't want to work out with my hair down. And I also don't want to put it up, so I'm just gonna work out with my hair down. I'm not gonna do stairs because that'll ruin my hair. I'll do it later. I don't know if I'm gonna do yoga today. I have to check my calendar. You know, I literally can't live without my calendar. I make my calendar the day before and then like I just know what I'm doing that day. And honestly, the days that I don't make it, I am lost. I'm lost. I realize on the day, I'm like, I don't even know what to do. And then I check my calendar and I realize that I didn't do my calendar, which means that's why I'm lost. And it's not that I'm looking at it a lot during the day, it's that when I do it the night before, it kind of sets up, like it organizes my head. Like I know now in my head, like, okay, this is what I'm doing tomorrow. This is what I'm trying to achieve. This is like kind of where I'm going with it. And then if I have a day that I don't want to do anything planned, then I'm like, I know, okay, I'm not going to plan anything for the next day and I won't feel guilty about it. But if I don't plan it and I don't plan to not plan it, then I feel guilty about it. I think the moral of the story of this video is that I'm a fucking psychopath. With that said, I'm gonna do some ass and some calves today. And I did have one of you commented on my video and gave me, I don't know if it was like directed at me or not, but they were like, you know, you're supposed to like hold the squeeze at the top. And I totally agree with you. I'm not disagreeing. I'm guilty of not doing it, and it shows because I have the shittiest calves you've ever seen, which is why I'm working them out. And it's not as easy as it looks. It hurts, especially when you don't train them. I literally never train them. Like, I've only started training my calves the past couple of weeks, and I've been training for 5, 6 years, 10 years maybe. 10 years probably. But anyway, so let's get started. I'm gonna video and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. So I wanted to show you the gym. I feel like I never show you how this gym looks like, and you always see me work out here. It's pretty nice and pretty big. I also made my aminos before I started working out. I like that little funnel. I just put a scoop in there and I just bring the funnel with me. So I started off the workout with abductions. This is not new. I feel like every time I start my glute workouts with you guys, it's abductions. It's for a reason. I feel like they're the best thing for me to start my workout with, warms up my glutes and activates them. I actually recorded my last set here, which was my heaviest set, and I am struggling, but when I hold on to the handles, it actually helps me a lot with getting, like, pushing more weight. But I did 4 sets of this, 4 sets of 10. The first set I actually did about 20 reps, and then the rest of the sets I did 10. And I supersetted that with these calf raises. So this whole workout is gonna be glutes and calves, like I told you. And standing calf raises, again, I love to start with these because it's just body weight. It's a simple motion to start with. I'm doing it with both feet. I'm holding at the top, squeezing for like a second. So stretching the calves and then squeezing, rolling onto the big toe and holding for a second. And you see, I'm trying to let go of holding the bars on the side, but it's really hard. Like, I realize I don't have that much ankle stability when I try to like not hold on to the bars, and the calf raises become so much harder, but I'm trying. I'm like trying to touch it with one finger or whatever I can do. So this one I also did 4 sets of 10. The next superset that I did are these step ups. These are glute focused step ups. So the step is actually higher. If I was doing quads, it would be much lower step. So I'm using the rack because I can actually add more weight to the barbell, the way that I pick it up from the rack, and just like walk over to the step and just do my step ups, and then just walk back and put the bar down. So it's just utility. You can do these with preloaded barbells and just put them over your head, but for me, I prefer this way. And this was also my last set, so it was pretty heavy and I'm kind of struggling here. But my goal with the last set wasn't perfect form. It was more like pushing more weight and getting my glutes used to more weight. Now, I did record another set for you guys where I was using the barbell, and I feel like the motion is a lot smoother. So the focus here is all the weight is on my front leg, and I'm just stepping up with it, and on the way down, I'm stretching the glutes and I'm loading it. So at no point am I losing control. Now, when I was pushing the when I was pushing the bigger weight, it was like harder for me to stay in control the entire time. But it was good enough for me. So when I'm done with it, I'm just walking backwards and re-racking the weight. Now what I did on my last set is I did a drop set. So after I was done with the weight, I just went body weight, back on the stepper, and I did 10 per side. So this whole thing was 4 sets of 10 per side. I supersetted this with seated calf raises. I'm only using a 10-pound plate because my calves were already so fucking tired from that first exercise. But I'm again focusing on stretching the calf, rolling onto the big toe and squeezing up and kind of holding it for a second at the top, making sure I'm getting that full squeeze. And I did 4 sets of 10. For my last superset, I wanted to show you this sumo squat machine that I absolutely love because it's cable driven. This is the attachment that I'm using for it, and basically you put plates on here, but it's connected to a cable, so it feels so much more smoother than if I were to use dumbbells or a barbell or anything else. And I'm only using a 10-pound plate, and no, you don't have to worry about the weight being symmetric because it technically just loads the cable. Now, if you don't have access to this, you can use your cable machine. Now, first I'm setting my feet down, then I'm testing out the squat to see if it feels right. Then I'm picking the weight up. So make sure you do that before you pick up your weight. I also wanted to get a different angle for you guys so you can see that the cable is at an angle. I'm not directly on top of it, I'm a little bit behind it, and to me it feels like that feels the best on my glutes. It feels like I'm getting a lot of glute activation versus when I'm directly over it, I feel it more in my quads. So I did 4 sets of this, and I'm really loading on the way down. Like the going down is very important. You don't want to just plop down. You want to really control the weight, squat down, load the glutes, and then push up. I did 4 sets of 10 for this one as well. Supersetted this with these donkey calf raises. Again, if you guys don't have this machine, you can just use any of the other calf exercises that I did. I did 4 sets of this, 10 reps per set, focusing on stretching the calves and squeezing the calves, rolling onto the big toe. And that was it. I'm done with my workout. I just wanted to get a quick clip, and I don't know if you guys can see, I'm definitely bloated, but we're gonna talk about that and what I'm doing about it. But besides that, it was a great workout, so I'm very happy about it. I'm just sitting outside of Selfmade because I wanted to make this video real quick about shoes. I am actually wearing my Vivo shoes today, and I usually don't because they were so dirty for like so long, and I finally washed them. And honestly, you'll see it in the vlog. You've probably already watched it because you've probably already seen the when I worked out. But pay attention to the shoes. So these are called Vivo Barefoot. It's right here. I'm wearing it. I'm not flexible, but these are amazing. And when I wear these, you know, like I'm always taking my shoes off. If I'm wearing these, I don't need to take my shoes off anymore. Like it's perfect. It does the job. Like it's exactly what I'm looking for. It literally feels like I'm barefoot, and the toe section is so wide. Honestly, I need to I'm gonna take it off so I can show you. So, look, the toe section is so wide, so my toes can actually spread. And look at it just folds completely. It's literally made of like plastic and some kind of mesh. And like, I mean, they're really dirty. These are not new shoes. I've had these for a long time. But the logo looks like that. And I got these on Amazon. The company, I don't know where the company's from, somewhere in Europe, but I got these on Amazon. I also ordered some on their website itself, but those ones took forever to get here. So I highly recommend, if you want them, just get them from Amazon. And the sizes, the sizes seem strange, but don't even do the find my size thing. Just get your size. Like I did the find my size thing and it told me I'm like an 11. So then I got an 11. And then on Amazon, I got my own size, which is a 7. Or is it a 7? I have to check. So, yeah, I think it was a 7. I need to go check the Amazon order and see, but I'm usually 7.5 to 8. And it says wide. but don't worry about the white. They're all white. It's just white in general. But I cannot tell you how much better my feet has been feeling since I've been wearing these for like a year now. And for weight training, they're amazing. However, I would not run in these. I would not do, like, unless you have really strong feet, I would not do any jumping, jump roping, or running in these. You can walk in them, but mostly I just wear them for like, yeah, walking and weight training. But it does strengthen your feet. Like, my feet have gotten so much stronger. My toes have gotten, like, I can actually spread my toes. They're not like this anymore. They used to be like this, and now I can like spread my toes and like I can move them. It's so weird, but I highly recommend a pair of these. They're like $100 and something bucks, like any pair of shoes that you can get. But I can just throw these in the washer. It's made of plastic. Like, nothing happens to it. It doesn't get ripped or anything. Anyway, I highly recommend, like, that's what I use. So just something that I wanted to let you know about. You don't have to live with horrible shoes that hurt your feet, that like you have to keep taking off. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not the prettiest shoes on the planet, and I love pretty shoes. Like, I think cute shoes are definitely my thing. Like, I care about that more than I care about clothes. I can wear the plainest outfit and like have the cutest shoes, and I feel great about it. I feel like it definitely elevates, especially sneakers. So I'm definitely on that with you. And you've seen my Nikes, you've seen my high tops, and I do wear those. And when I wear those, I take them off. But you know, it's nice to also do something for your body and not for your ego. Anyway, I'm gonna get in the car and I'm gonna head home. I'm actually probably gonna stop at Whole Foods and get some chicken. We are back on the chicken and rice, guys. I am bloated. I don't know if you saw it in the video, and it could be because I'm gonna get my period. We don't know, but I'm just gonna switch back to the chicken and rice and go from there. Like, it's really sad because I love those Ezekiel muffins, but I know I do have a sensitivity to eggs, to egg whites. And I also know that the Ezekiel muffins make me bloated because there's grains in it. Really sad, but I've come so far with my diet. I've come so far with like my change. Like, my arms have shrunk. My arms used to be so much bigger, but I'm also not training them right now because I'm trying to actually shrink them. I'm trying to shrink them in many ways, also the muscle, not just the fat. So that's why I'm not training my arms right now. Like, I'm not doing any biceps or triceps. I've done that for 10 years. I've trained biceps and triceps. Biceps was my favorite thing to try. To train. I remember when I first got into weight training, I used to like sit down and do like bicep curls, and I felt so good about it because I could actually see it. It was like the first muscle I ever saw. It was amazing. And then shoulders was another thing. I could see my shoulders when I lift. So yeah, I used to have an obsession with it, but no more. I think since I've gotten my boobs done, I have what I want from an aesthetic look has changed a lot. I really want a more feminine look, smaller arms, blah 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 blah. Anyway, yeah. Also, yeah, my forearms are so tiny and so weak. We're working on that. I have not been using straps because I want to train my forearms. So yeah, I can't lift as much weight for my legs, but I'm okay with it. Like, my legs are a good size. I don't mind that. Now, if that's a priority to you, then of course use straps, and that used to be a priority to me. So anyway, just what, it's all based on what your goals are. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm gonna go eat. Wow, you guys, I just had like a wave of fatigue hit me the moment I got home. Oh, look at the bee. Hi, the bee. Oh. He's so cute. So, I did stop at Whole Foods and I got some chicken. They had rotisserie chicken. So we're gonna be back on that. Look at his foot. We're gonna be back on that chicken and rice. Chicky and rice. So I'm gonna go make it right now. With some barbecue sauce, rice, chicken, and then I'm gonna have a coffee. So I can edit the rest of my video from yesterday. Oh, thank you. I feel like, I don't know what's up with me the past couple of days, but I feel like I've just been fighting for my life. I've been so tired. I have like, I think I know what it is. I think it's my hormones. But honestly, it's like the past 2 days, I've just been like, after training clients, working out, and like editing my vlog, I feel like and like running a couple of errands, I feel like the rest of my day is a struggle to like keep my eyes open. Honestly. And it's like I don't even have the energy to talk. I just like, all I can do is watch shows, which I'm not complaining. I have watched some really good Chinese danhuas. I think that's what it's called, danhua. Yeah. But I don't know, like I haven't practiced any violin. I haven't done any drawing. I haven't done any of my like language practices. It's just a lot of things that I would normally do and want to do, you know, I just don't have the energy to do. So I don't know. I am trying something starting today that I think will help. So I've been trying to like not go to bed with a full stomach, which we have been. So I shifted my food in a way that I'm eating from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and that's it. So I had my shaken bar around 9 a.m. and then I worked out and stuff. Then I had my lunch that was chicken and rice. What the fuck is up with his hair? And I had my chicken and rice, like, I think, what time was it? Maybe 1 o'clock after my workout. And then I also just had my beef meal like an hour ago, I think. It was around 5. Yeah, it was an hour ago. I had my beef meal at 5. And that's it. Like, it was like beef and shake and a mini bar. So, and I'm done eating. Like, I'm literally done eating until tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna go. I feel like it increases my fasting window, and also I'm not gonna go to bed full, and I get to go, I'm gonna go do some cardio right now, just walk on a treadmill. I was gonna do stairs today, but honestly, with how tired I am, and I think I'm getting my period, so I'm just not gonna push it. But I will do treadmill. So I'm gonna go to Lifetime right now. Gino's already at Self-Made training clients. Yeah, you know, it's so strange because I had somebody comment on there, one of my videos. It was like the video I made about the book review when I was reviewing, what was the book? Oh, it's The Art of Possibility. And then I talked about how I'm like at a point in my life where I've changed my view on money and on career and stuff like that, and how like I don't work for money anymore. And she said something in the comment, maybe I don't know, but it was like, well, don't you need in this day and age don't you have to work? Don't you need money to, you know, survive in this day and age? And I think that these concepts are very hard to explain. And I empathize with that question or comment because I have felt that way. I have been there. I've asked those things, you know, and these are great questions because it means you're thinking about it. And you have to come to the answer by yourself because in a way it's a feeling. Like, I can't tell you anything that would mean what you're supposed to feel. And it took me years. It wasn't easy. But a way that I can explain what I mean is, yes, of course, like you need money to survive. Like, of course, it's impractical to not make money. But when I say that I don't work for money, I'm not saying that I'm not making money. And I'm not saying that I don't think that money is important to have. What I'm saying is that my mind is not occupied with the thought of I need to work for money. My mind is occupied with many other thoughts. And all of them are related to what I want to do with my life, what my purpose is, what I enjoy doing, how I can give value, what my calling is, like everything like that. And not a single, like, and what I don't think about is, oh, maybe I should go get a job to make money. And every time I do think that way, it's like life like pushes me back to where I need to be, because I've learned my lessons, you know. But also it's like guards. Life is like, it has guards. When you start to go astray off your path, it kind of like pushes you back. And if you're open to it, you know, if you don't go fighting it, an example I can give you, a few things. Like, one of them is the Orange Theory thing. Like I tried to do Orange Theory or Lifetime, and I thought, okay, I want to do group fitness. Like life showed me that it wasn't the right thing for me by me not being accepted or my application being rejected. Even though I didn't hear back from Orange Theory, I didn't pursue it anymore, because when I went on their website and I looked at it, I realized this is not what I want to do at all. Like, yes, I want to do group fitness, but maybe I don't have the belief in myself that I could do it for myself, that I could get the clients, that I could build the group for myself and run it the way that I want to run it, in the way that I believe is right, and I believe I can give value instead of just like putting myself in a box. So that's like an example of like life kind of guiding you back and you being open to it. Now, if I were closed off to that idea, then I would keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Maybe I would get a job in some group fitness, and maybe I would be miserable. And I'm saying that because I've experienced those things before, where I push against life. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, like, when I say I don't work for money, an example I can give you is this. I do work. It's not that I don't work. I still work, but I don't work for money. I work for purpose. I work for passion. I work for enjoyment. I work for giving value. I work for contributing. And an example of that is the vlogs that I make. Like, I make vlogs not for money, because obviously I'm not making money from it, right? I'm doing it for passion and purpose. I feel like I want to live my life authentically, and I want to put that out there, because I feel like we need more people living their life authentically and showing it, instead of all the people that curate their content and their life and everything's fake, and you never know how somebody feels like, how they're truly living, and it's just everything's fake, made up, curated, marketed. Like, I hate that shit, you know. So that's why I'm doing the vlogs. Now, let's say some people watch the vlogs, right? There are already people watching the vlogs. You're watching it right now. There's people who've been starting to follow me. I'm almost at like 100 followers, which to me, it's like I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I'm doing. And it's like I'm literally videoing with my phone. You know, I'm not trying to do it for a specific reason. I'm doing it just to do it. And let's say with time this grows, and eventually, let's say YouTube gives me money, and then somebody can look at that and be like, oh, like she makes money from YouTube. Now, did I work for that money? Am I working for that money? I am not, because what I am doing is, because I'm not making any money from it. I may or may not make money from it later. I'm doing it just to do it because I love it. It's my passion. It's what I get joy from, what I can contribute with. And that's what I mean by not working for money. That's what I mean when I say I choose not to work for money, and that's what I'm saying. And I do believe that at this point in my life, I just believe that if you have unwavering faith that you will be taken care of and money will come into your life. And I do think it has nothing to do with the work. It doesn't. And money is a tool. It'll come into your life when you need it to get to where you want to go, to make the contribution you want to make. So with that said, that's my answer to the comment. But maybe I should comment back. I just haven't been able to type it out because I didn't know how to type out all this stuff. And I am empathetic, but I also don't know, like, if the comment is an argument, or is somebody looking to argue, or somebody that's genuinely asking a question. You know, it's just hard, because through text you never know. But anyway, I'm gonna go do cardio and I'm gonna watch a show. What am I watching right now? Last couple of days ago, I watched. I'm watching a couple of animes. Well, these are danhwas that I'm watching on Crunchyroll. And if you don't know what Crunchyroll is, Crunchyroll has it's an app, a platform that has a lot of animes and different kind of animated series on there. Now, these animated series could be Japanese, which is anime, could be Chinese, which is danhua. I hope I'm saying it right. Watch, maybe I'm not saying the word right, and then I made an entire video saying it multiple times, but whatever. So that's Crunchyroll, and that's where I'm watching it. And the couple days ago, I was watching the Apothecary Diaries. It's called the Apothecary Diaries, and I didn't know what an apothecary was, but apparently an apothecary is like a poisonologist is what I'm gonna say. I don't know if this is a real word, but basically it's about this girl who studies poisons and knows about poisons, and she gets hired to work inside the palace and be a food taster for one of the concubines. And if you don't know what a concubine is, it's basically like one of king's many wives. Well, there's always like an empress or a princess, which is like the main wife, and then there's all the concubines, which can have babies, but they're also very highly ranked, like they're your highnesses, you know, like they're kind of like at the same level but not fully. Anyway, these are all like Chinese history. I think Japan is the same. So yeah, and I thought it was super cool because so the story is about this girl, and then there's also the concubines are like managed by eunuchs. Eunuchs are men who don't have their junk, and they're managed by eunuchs because back in the day they used to do that because it would keep the drama. It would get rid of the drama. Think about it, like if you don't have the male-female tension, then it's like somebody can fully manage a place rationally instead of emotionally. It's messed up, but just skip that part. But the story is that her and this eunuch that manages the concubines have like a thing, but she doesn't know that he's not actually a eunuch. And my theory is that he's actually the crown prince, which is like the emperor in line, but he doesn't even know it. But based on the story that I was watching, I think that's what's going on. So, but the show was really short. It like ended, there's only one season, so I looked it up and there's 14 books on it. So I may read the books. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I thought it was a very cool, like different kind of story. So I like that. I like the stories that have like a romantic like string, you know, like there's not too much where it's like that's all it is, but then there's like a common thread of romance, but then a good story around it that's like big, you know. But yeah, and then now I'm watching, what is it called? I have to look it up. I'm watching another one right now that's like similar. So I always go to, if I like a show, I go to more like this, and I just choose one and I watch it. So I'll let you know how this one goes. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna go get on the treadmill, and I will see you tomorrow.